Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you're new here. In today's video, we'll be showing you how to make these DIY flower frames and DIY flower mirror. We decided that we had some old frames around the house, so we decided to jazz them up a little bit. And as you can see here, we decided to put some flowers onto it and kind of bedazzled it very slightly. And it just brings more light to some old objects that you have in the house. So if you'd like to see how we got these DIY frames and mirror, then please keep on watching. Alright, so the supplies you're going to need for this DIY are of course your frames or mirror, whatever you're using. And you'll need some flowers or some glitter or little beads, whatever you're using to decorate it, as well as some glue and scissors. So to start off with the smaller frame, you can see here that we have this kind of border. So what this is, it's a border of like pearls and diamantes, or like diamonds. And what they do is basically this has one side of the actual border and the other side is an adhesive. So kind of like a 3D sticker, if you could say that. And what we're doing here, you could see we're taking the long strip, measuring it out to the length of the border, and then from there we're just cutting off what we don't need. And you could see it's really easy to use. You just peel off the back like a regular sticker and stick it straight on. And these are pretty strong, but we are going to use glue just to glue in some of the ends or anywhere we think that the glue could start to peel off. So you can see that you can do it that way, or you could just peel it straight off of the sticker, and then you could cut wherever you need to cut. And that way you can also not waste any of the pieces. So you could see when we do this one side, we'll take this little piece here and still make use of it by making sure the adhesive is on correctly and then adding it straight on there. And as you can see here, we're still doing the same thing where we're taking some excess pieces of that adhesive sticker and sticking it straight on, and then cutting whatever we don't need off of it. And of course, you don't need to use these on the borders. If you have regular jewels or anything like that, you can use the same thing and just glue them on with a glue gun. Okay, so we're also doing the last piece here. And from then onwards, you can then move into securing everything in place. So you'll see that the adhesive is pretty strong. We're moving around the frame and it's not coming out. But you do want to make sure that if this is going to be sitting anywhere, after time, you don't want it to start peeling off. So we're just sticking some glue on the ends, especially, because that's where the adhesive and the sticker overlaps in some places. So we're just sticking those on, and we're not too worried about it because we're going to cover the corners anyways. And speaking of covering the corners, you can see here we're taking some of these little daisy flowers and we're just putting some hot glue on there and sticking it straight on, making sure to press gently on there just to make sure that it is secure. And you could see that that covers up any imperfections, you could say, with the corners. I know it's not showing up on camera, but up close the corners sometimes overlap because of the adhesive that we were using, so we use the flowers to cover that up, and it also makes it look a lot more brighter and almost spring-like, and it works really well with what's already in the frame. So if you do have a frame lying around the house that has a picture in it, if you want to completely change it up, I bet that if you take some supplies that match the sort of feel or theme of it, it's going to come out a lot better too. And this is just roughly what it looks like. This one's a pretty simple one compared to what we're going to be doing later on in the video, but I really like this one. It's really nice and simple. Alright, so now we're moving on to the mirror, and we did take a small piece of paper just to cover the mirror, or otherwise you're just gonna see our face in it and it's gonna be really weird. So basically with the mirror, it's a little bit different depending on what type of mirror that you have, of course, and of course the flowers that you have. We had a lot of these little spring daisies, so we decided to just carefully add them on one by one onto the mirror, and with the glue, the hot glue, it actually stayed on quite well. You would think that with a plastic mirror it would come off, but it did a fairly good job of staying in place. So we're just kind of winging it, going across with each flower, figuring out where we want to put it, and you can have fun with this. You can put them in any shape or form. You can even cover up some of the mirror if you'd like to, but we decided to keep the mirror, of course, visible and just do the border around the mirror. And one thing to keep in mind if you're using these kind of plastic flowers from the dollar store, when you're hot gluing them, just be sure that the hot glue strings aren't getting tangled in there. We kind of had that one in there, but we just wanted to make sure if you do try to recreate this or something similar with those types of supplies, it sometimes pulls on them, so be sure to get rid of all the strings while you're gluing them on. And this is what the first side looks like. So you could see that it really came out really nicely. It brings some sort of brightness towards the mirror. So from there, we're going to move on and do the other side of the mirror. And this side is where you can get even more creative with it because it's completely blank. Okay, so now that we're done the first side of the mirror, we're going to go on the other side, and you can see now, because we're not dealing with glass on the other side, we are just putting the glue on first and then sticking the flowers wherever we want to stick them. And with this, you can get really creative. You can do glitter or anything like that, or you can even do little jewels on the back of it, depending on the theme that you're going for. We went for a really like bright spring theme for this mirror, so that's why there's a lot of bright colors, and we wanted to make use of all the flowers that we did end up using for the front. We wanted to make sure it matched up on the back. Alright, so now you can see that we have most of it here done. We're just filling in some of the smaller areas that are still showing. And you can fill these in with all different kinds of things. I know that you can get like little like animals or little like props to stick on there. It all depends on the theme that you're going for with it. Because this is all spring flowers, we thought it looked really cool just as is with all the flowers. And this is what the other side looks like when it's completed. So that is the mirror done. Now let's move on to the last frame. Okay, so if you have a larger frame to work with, I would say to go with larger flowers. That's what we did in this case. So you can see that we're using these large roses. We got these from Amazon. They were pretty cheap as well. If I could find the link, I'll put it in the description box. But yeah, you can find these all over the place. You can even find them at the dollar store as well. And basically, we're just sticking them in order of the corners. So we started off putting the roses on the corners, and then putting at least 3 or 4 on each side, depending on how long or how wide it is. So from there, you could see that this one is pretty simple, and it is done a lot quicker because there are not really small flowers like how we were working with the mirror. There's a lot of big flowers here, so it covers the frame very quickly. And also it looks very beautiful because it covers the frame and brings a lot of brightness to it. And that is our last frame completed there. So you can see that this one is very much brighter than the others, even though the mirror did have a lot of different colors. For some reason, the stark red really did bring out this frame a lot. And it is something that you would probably see around Valentine's Day, but it's also something that's really nice just in general as a gift, and it is handmade, so it even means a lot more if you're giving it to somebody. And that concludes today's video. So we've made our gigantic frame, our smaller frame, and our mirror here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know we haven't done a lot of DIYs since probably around last year, like around Christmas time, but we are trying to come up with some ideas. We're having a bit of vlogger's block in that sense, so when we do have some more DIYs, you'll definitely see a lot more of them on this channel. We really hope you guys enjoyed this sort of DIY. Let us know in the comment section below if you have tried to recreate these or to make your own. We would love to see them. Just let us know on our social media pages below. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below what you thought of this video and other videos on our channel. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos when we upload. Thank you so much for the support on these videos. And we really did enjoy doing something a little different other than our cooking videos that we normally do weekly. So just let us know if there are any DIYs out there or any types of hacks or anything like that that you'd like us to try. Just let us know in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and thanks for watching. Bye.